Fuck it. We're going live. We'll do it live. Actually, I figure because we got some people waiting, we just do an AMA. I have Stream Elements up. It's streamelements.com/SE 1526646/tip. I'm testing this out. Someone recommended that we do it. It's a way you can tip the show since we don't qualify for monetization on YouTube yet. So if you want to, I guess the Stream Elements bot is working now. Cool. If you want to tip us there, otherwise I am. Look, I can. The Stream bot is running. How about that? It's crazy shit. I've got a funny story to tell, but I want to wait for Tony to be on the show. So, I watched Shin Godzilla today. You guys can guess why. It's a terrible, terrible film. I hated it. I watched it at 2x speed, I think, and it was still too fucking long. Yeah. Guess I can do all these. How does it sound? If anybody's actually listening, how does it sound? I've been playing with. I did like a test stream that I didn't send anybody, and I just listened on my phone. Is that like excruciatingly loud? And then compare that to like this voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Sage. Productive feedback. Voicemails have been, I don't know if it's lately super quiet or what, but voicemails are quiet. If you could crank those up a bit so I don't have to like blow my fucking eardrum out when suddenly Tab yells very loudly during the voicemail, that would be great. That's all I have. All right, bye.
This is only saying we have 2 voicemail messages, but something's fucked up. Maybe I have voicemail messages on my other Google Voice accounts. Oh wait, what was that? here's something that makes me a rage. So I bought this. Well, so Jay got us sent us one of these Logitech Brio cameras that are supposed to be like the best of the best, and then so Tim has one of them and I have one of them. But I was having terrible video quality, and the only thing I could figure out was that I had the one because one of them was like 4K and one of them would do 1080. So I was like, maybe I have the shitty one and Tim got the nice one. So I bought a brand new one off of Amazon that does 4K, and it arrived and it looked just as shitty as the original webcam I had that had those all fucking scratched up and all kinds of bullshit. I took that one to work so that I could use it at work. So I get this one. It looks like shit. So I start looking for like a neutral density filter to try and make it where like half my face isn't bright white every fucking time the light comes on. I've got my softbox over there at the lowest possible setting I can put it on, and I still look washed out and look terrible. So I started doing some fucking research. Apparently, I have to install this fucking Logitune app to to tune the color temperature, the focus, the exposure of the camera. Otherwise, it's just by default made to look shitty for dumb fucking people to put on there and be like, "Yeah, but it's bright enough for me to see my face." Fucking pisses me off. Oh yeah, we're top of the line, we're the best of the best, and then this fucking shit doesn't work because stupid white women are expected to be able to use it too. Ugh, I'm so fucking tired of electronics that are designed for like not the end you not that are designed for the dumb people in the world and not for someone who like wants to, who knows that you can because I only have a control panel to set things nice. I installed this Logitech app and now I can pull up this control panel and like mess with it a little bit, but even that has limits on it. It's fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't auto launch. I plug in the camera, so I have to fucking launch this and make sure it's set to the right settings every time. Yeah, this has all fucking reset all my settings that I had looking nice before. You can't save fucking presets. Bullshit. Calendar. I can connect it to my calendar so that it can monitor my meetings for me. This fucking whole Zoom world we've created is just miserable. Just fucking a miserable hell. Like, I have all these stupid filters that I can select that make me look like shit, but I can't go and save my settings that I like as a preset. Makes me want to chase down and beat a jogger to death. Oh, I guess I gotta. I actually I did download that software at one point. But I never installed it. I think I just downloaded it. Downloads. Because that's oh shit, what is it called? Oh, Pork Boy 23. I should become Patreon. I look forward to this podcast more than any of my regulars. Well, if you do so, we would say thank you. Who is it that does the banana thing? It's that Snapchat. It's a Snapchat filter, isn't it? It's like a Snapchat Snapcam or something. I remember downloading it. I bet I can download it real quick. Snap camera. Video filter myself into a banana. Oh, it is Snap Camera. Download. I'm gonna put this on my work computer and do all of my things as a banana. I probably saved it in some stupid thing. Deli 18, it always bums me out that these shows go live while I'm still clocked into my shift. Yeah. You should just quit your job and only listen to this podcast. That's really the way to go. Oh no. It's gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna need to restart next. Captain Carl, I'm not a 13-year-old girl. I've never used Snapchat. Yeah, me either. But I think it's for more than just 13-year-old girls. My new hobby. It's kind of lame because I can't like share it easily on the podcast. But my new hobby on Instagram, all of these fucking you'll get these women's profiles. They'll be like Karen Paul 2763 underscore underscore, and you'll get an email or they'll direct message you. They'll like request to direct message you about some stupid shit, and so they'll be like, "Hey, handsome, how you doing?" And I just reply back to all of those show tits. I got one of them to show me tits this week. I was very proud of myself. After quite a while of fucking around with that person too. Okay. Oh, it looks like Tony's here. Anyway. Let me not tie up a bunch of more. What is up?
Hello. Oh, we are.
Yeah, I decided to go live and just started like talking with people about random shit.
Oh, okay. Did you get the pictures I sent you
I did.
on
Me,
Signal? Okay, that is related to my issue.
yeah. These pictures aren't like hot enough to jerk off to.
No, that's not. Goddamn you, no.
What the fuck? There it is. Now is there a way? Let me just make sure that I can share this screen window without like doxing anyone. Probably not a good idea. Let me download these and then I'll. How's it going?
It's going so well. I'm nearing the end of my next short. I sent you a rough cut. I don't know if you watched it though.
No, I spent all day cleaning the house.
Oh, that's more important than Tony's short. Yeah, sure, fine.
Catching up on everything that I haven't done since Thanksgiving ended. So like the dishwasher's just been running all day.
I have those days where it's like the dishwasher and the laundry is just running nonstop.
Yeah, that laundry. I was about to throw in another load, I don't know, about 35 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I should probably not do that. That way it's not actively running when we hit record.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Other than that, everything's good. I just put out my new episode earlier. Did the live action Grinch movie.
Yeah, I watched that in German
Yeah.
many times.
Later this week, I'm putting out the TV cut of the movie where they ruin it by putting all the cut jokes back in and make it less funny.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's like, hey, this is cut out for a reason, but I guess they put it all back in to make it longer so they can run more commercials because they know families are watching it.
Yeah, because they put it on like the 35 Days of Christmas on ABC Family, and they gotta fucking get as many commercials in.
I had never seen the TV version before until like a few years ago. My grandmother had it on, and I was like, "There's this scene that goes on forever that I didn't remember," and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" And now that I'm doing these TV cut videos, I'm like, "All right, it's time to complain about that."
My favorite TV cut is Die Hard 3.
Or 3?
Yeah.
Not 2 with Mr. Falcon?
No, Mr. Falcon pales in comparison because Samuel L. Jackson keeps calling people melon farmers.
Right.
Racist melon farmer. Oh my god. I think I watched that movie for the first time on TV and I'm like, what the hell is going on in this film?
I hate everyone, as the sign says.
Hate everyone, yeah.
I'm like,
that's what the sign said.
Yes.
And they went in digitally.
They digitally changed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine, like, fresh after, like, Jurassic Park, digital stuff is becoming all the rage? And they're like, hey, we want you to do a digital effect shot on Die Hard 3. And you're like, oh, cool. Will it be an explosion? Will it be this? And it's like, no, we need you to digitally put the N-word onto a sandwich board. It's like, oh, I'm not going to put that on my resume.
Yeah, here's my portfolio. First page, just the N-word real big. Just like, oh, okay.
But it was seamless. No one knew. And it's like, well, okay. Well, it was seamless.
Anyway, so one of the things we figured out last week with me not being on the show is that if I have a thing that keeps track of how long we're going.
Yeah.
So I started putting this the episode number after about 15 minutes in the issues.
Yeah.
To help us like transition out. So I'm gonna try and keep doing that. I would have warned you about that before we were live, but I went live early. So now now everybody can see inside the magic.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, let's hop into it. This week's episode of Here's What I Don't Get is brought to you by the letter G and the number 31. Hello and welcome back to Here's What I Don't Get, from north to south, east to west, the only intercontinental podcast to tackle all of life's toughest issues. I am your host, Tab Burt, and with me today from Philadelphia Freedom Land.
Sure.
Tony
the city of brotherly love.
That's what they say.
Tony from Act Movies here. Hello.
Howdy. How's it going?
Oh, it's going great, Tab. Everything is going great.
Yeah. So last week I was not on the show, couldn't make it in. We had a very special guest in my stead though. And I got a crazy story to tell.
Okay.
I've told everybody else on the show this, but you haven't heard it yet. So when I retired the Mad Cucks character, I put all the Mad Cuck stuff in a box.
Yes.
And it just kind of lived in that box. And anytime I need to like pull it out, like to go to Road Rage Tampa or to go do an episode of this show or something, I would just go grab the box. And it had the crowns, it had the towels, the capes.
Yeah.
It had like random gifts people had given me. It had props I had thrown together. it had just kind of like all kinds of random stuff in there. So of course, when my house flooded this past summer, when I moved,
Oh,
the box, just got put in the basement because it's like I don't need that box. I'll just leave it down here in the basement. So of course, when the house flooded, I found the box floating. It was floating on its end. It was a big, long, skinny opening box, but it was up on one end and it was kind of floating in the water. So I like set it aside, and when I was throwing everything away, I didn't just throw it away, but I also didn't open it because I didn't know, I wasn't sure if I'd be like, oh, thank God it's been destroyed, like to get into Harry Potter land, like the last Horcrux has been wiped out, or if I would like look at it and then go. Or if it was destroyed, I'd be just sad. Like, here's this whole window of my life that's been destroyed. So anyway, I was forced to confront it because we had a Spike producer request to have Mad Cucks on the show last week, and so I like right before I was gonna do it the day before, and I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. So finally, like right before we hit record, I come down in the basement. I like open up the top of this box and I open it up, and the crown is completely untouched by water. It's in completely pristine condition, the same way it was when I put it down into that box. There's like a roll of the LOL suit toilet paper, also completely fine.
It's
untouched.
a miracle.
It's a Festivus miracle.
I was gonna say a Cuxmas miracle.
They were all protected by what laid at one point on the side of the box, but when it was floating, now the bottom of the box. And do you know what was on the bottom of the box, Tony?
What was it?
It was both of Maddox's books. Just fucking destroyed.
So
Black mold, soaked up, just destroyed. And everything else in the box, totally fine. It's like that meme of the soldier with all the stuff coming down on it.
The arrows and stuff in his back.
It's like that, but it's with Maddox's books protecting the Mad Cucks legacy so that it could live, so that its heart could go on. I was astounded. I was completely astounded.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I expected the crown to be like moldy and gross, and I was gonna wear it, because there's like the aesthetic of Mad Cucks being homeless now.
Yeah.
I was just gonna wear the crown as gross as it was, and then throw it away and wash my head forever.
Yeah,
but there was no need because it was just fine. So thank you, Maddox. I really appreciate it. Your books did do some good.
Good job, Maddox. Maddox doesn't get a lot of thanks lately, so I'm glad he's getting a shout out here. We kind of made fun of him in today's episode because we did the live action Grinch, and the Grinch laughs about beating a bunch of small children at a race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that was real funny for 2000. And then Johanna, who never liked Maddox, she's like, yeah, pretty cringe now. I'm like, yeah, I probably would have written a book about it in 2011, but yeah, that's just me.
So yeah, it was crazy. I was shocked. I'm glad that I get to share that story now with the world.
Good.
Oh yeah. What about you, Tony? What have you had going on?
Oh God, just been filming the short. It's been taking up most of my life. And then just being an uncle, being a good old Uncle Tony.
Yeah, I see you posting stuff on your Instagram with your nieces.
Yes, my twin nieces. And because I'm very famous and important, it doesn't come without creeps. So I post like the picture of like my sister, brother-in-law, and mom like surprised me at Monster Mania where I had a booth, and they brought the twins out because they thought it'd be fun. Mm-hmm. And I got a picture with one of them with Jason and one of them with Freddy. And it was just like cute and whatnot. And then some guy left a comment that's like, I would have kicked those little pricks. I'm like, okay. Well, block. I'm just like, all right. And I'm like, the whole time, I'm just like,
you ruined Cinemaster, Tony, so now your nieces need to be destroyed. I'm going to destroy those babies out of hate for you.
I don't know if it was the Cinemasker person, but in the past, it's always been them. And by that, I mean like a crazy fan, not someone from Cinemasker. Well, that would have been even more shocking. I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't think he hated me that much. But the whole time, I'm just like, all right, you know what? I deleted it real quick. I blocked it. I'm sure my sister and brother all didn't see it. And then right away, my sister texted me, and she's just like, oh, my God, my husband's about to go off on that guy. I'm like, no, I took care of it. But other than that, they're fun to hang out with.
The internet's filled with weirdos, man.
The twins are weird, man. They're like, because they're like not a like we put them in front of each other to face each other,
Mm-hmm.
and one was like smiling at the other because it was like just so happy. It's like, oh, that's my sister just looking at her, and the other one just kept moving to see the TV past the other one's head. Like it wanted nothing to do, and like we kept like moving them in front of each other, and each time she would just be like, no, and like would just constantly move to see the TV. So I'm like, all
What
right,
show was on?
my parents were, you know what's funny? It wasn't even a kid show. Like my mom was watching that Yellowstone show about like the ranch and the espionage. I'm like, I don't know, this 3-month-old baby's really invested in the show.
I've watched again now for the third time this year the Reacher series. Have you
The
seen
TV,
that?
I didn't watch the TV show. I didn't even watch the movies, but I hear the TV show's good.
TV show is fantastic.
Mm.
I was just astounded at how good that TV show is.
I like the
Again,
guy who plays Shaq. He was in Titans, the live action Teen Titans
that's
show.
Aquaman.
No, he's not Aquaman.
He's Aquaman.
No, he's the Hawk or Dove. He's one of those.
I'm pretty sure he was Aquaman.
No, Aquaman's not in the show. Anyway, they killed his character off, and I was wondering why, and it turns out because he was like the star of that Reacher show.
Ah, so it did good things for him.
Yeah, got him off one show and put him on another show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to. I should check that out. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, the my mom was in town for Thanksgiving, and she got me all of these Star Trek ornaments, the Hallmark ornaments that they started making in 1991.
Oh, okay.
And so I with this like, oh, now you'll have to get a tree and decorate. I'm like, fuck you, I'm not decorating. I hate Christmas. I'm not fucking putting a big ugly tree in my house. So instead, what I did was I bought a string of lights.
Yeah.
And I put them on the arch in my living room,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have the little ships hanging from that. It can be a year-round decoration in my house. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with Christmas, but I was pretty pleased with that.
Anytime I'm living alone, like away from family, I never have a tree. I never do Christmas decorations or anything.
Of course not.
No.
It's like decorating for holidays is such a thing that women want to do. Like, they want to put the little wreaths on the doors. They want to put little tchotchke shit on the fireplace. They want to like hang. They want to put special. They want to put decorations on the coffee table. Like it's a coffee table.
I don't mind Halloween, but even then, I just do like the outside to like scare kids, and that's it. That's as far as I go. I don't do anything else. I can't even do that here. I don't really have a lawn or anything, so.
So
yeah.
So it's like we gotta put the tree in. We gotta put all this other shit up, and then you gotta take it all down. So you get like a month of looking at all this tchotchke shit before it's like we knew someone who had like a wreath for every season on the door, and it wasn't just like here's the fall one, here's the Thanksgiving one, here's a Halloween one with pumpkins. Here's
my apartment complex has that. I'm the only one who doesn't have a wreath on their door.
And the crazy thing is, growing up, like my mom is supposedly staunch atheist, has a fucking Christmas tree in every room of the house, has fucking wreaths hung from every point on the house, and it's just like, shouldn't we not be doing any of this because you find it all meaningless?
It looks nice, I guess.
It does it, but for who?
To them, I don't know.
I don't know. Like they're a whole company. So companies make money by coming to your house and putting like lights on the peak of your house and all this kind of shit. And then they come back in January and strip them all off. It's just like, yeah, hey, I'd like to pay money so that I can have an extra high electric bill this month. Can you
So stupid.
take care of that for me? Wrap all these trees up.
That's what bothered me about the a lot of the anti-crypto people. They're like, the energy is so bad. It's like, do you have Christmas lights? Shut up. It's like, just shut up. When it comes to energy and the environment, it's like, shut up. Anyone who's ever been to Disney World is not allowed to complain about stuff affecting the environment.
Oh man, I'm so fucking every day on Instagram. It's just like, oh yeah, here's more videos from like Avengers Land at the Disney World, Star Wars Land at Disney World. Like no one fucking cares about your Disney vacation.
Yeah,
it is not an alternative to having a personality. Please stop.
I know so many Disney people, and I'm just like, I don't get it. I've been there. I'm not too into it. I don't really like it that much. So yeah, I don't get it.
I've never been there because I don't think Disney has a single property that I would be interested in consuming. Like everything they touch is death at this point. Speaking of death.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Well, you did. You put out a reaction video about the
I
Indiana
am getting
Jones
so much
trailer.
shit for this. The Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
That tweet I did, which is sad because like the tweet has gotten like over 100,000 like views and whatnot, and all my tweets are set to auto delete. So I'm like, oh wow, that was a pretty popular tweet. Too bad it's gonna be gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to keep a tweet around.
No.
That CGI face of Harrison Ford on the stuntman is the most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
I didn't even see that, and I kind of think that like at a certain point into that trailer, my brain was just like in trauma. You know, if you're being attacked by like a group of guys, your
Yeah.
brain will just like when you get blackout drunk, it'll just stop recording memories, so you don't have to face the trauma of it. So about halfway through that trailer, my brain was just like, no, and just like shut off everything.
I don't get this was almost my here's what I don't get. I have a different one. I don't get the people who are excited for it.
Yeah.
Because
No,
one, the original people involved did a shitty fourth film that sucked. But two, it's like it's still Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
And everyone's like James Mangold. I'm like, yeah, I like James Mangold as a director. I don't know how much creative freedom he's going to have in this. Also, I would love to see a James Mangold Indiana Jones movie not starring a dinosaur, like with a young guy who could do like cool stuff. Instead, it's like, hey, Tab, could you imagine someone comes up to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, here, you're a Star Trek guy. Hey, Tab, we want you to do a Star Trek movie.
Okay.
The next generation Star Trek movie.
Mm-hmm.
With the current cast at their current age.
So Picard at 90 or however
Yes.
old
Could you
Patrick
imagine? Like,
Stewart is.
what do you get from that? Like, I'd be like, wait, no, I don't want to do. Like, I love Escape from New York, but I wouldn't make a modern one with Kurt Russell as he is now.
Escape from New York 3 with Kurt Russell as like a 95-year-old.
Yeah.
Man. Jesus.
I'd be like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I'm not excited for Michael Keaton to come back as Batman.
no.
Like, it made sense in Spider-Man because his robot wings did most of the work. But like, I keep joking like with Batman. I'm like, he can't move his neck in that suit. They didn't fix the suit. It's like his Batmobile, you have to climb in through the top of. I'm like, there's no fucking way this 70-year-old guy is climbing in through the top of his Batmobile. Just let these fuckers retire. Anyway, Indiana Jones looks terrible.
Oh yeah. No, to your point of the people that are excited for it, it's just
Yeah.
like how many of these late in life sequels have we seen now where they just ruin the franchise? And like I cannot believe they are real viewers. They're in the YouTube comments just like, I got when they played the theme, I got chills. Oh my god, I love Indiana Jones. Like, holy shit.
I don't know.
Crystal Skull was bad.
Yeah.
But it was like it was a nice like end of the franchise. You know, he gets to kind of ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Him and Marion are together. They have like we could pass the baton to the son.
Yeah.
That was it. It was over.
Yes.
But-
It was over before that for me. But yes. Yeah, I don't get the people. Like, I got it around The Force Awakens. Like, I understood the hype then. Because George Lucas had ruined the series.
Yeah.
He killed those movies. And I know now we're supposed to pretend that he was a genius all along. But no, he fucking ruined those movies because he wanted to sell more toys. And I get the excitement. It's like, oh, it's going to be more like the ones we like. And it's going to be this. And it was fun at the time. But like knowing how that series ended, why is anyone excited for the new Indiana Jones? Same thing with Willow. Willow's out now.
Ugh.
And that wasn't even a popular Lucasfilm thing. That's a very niche thing, like my friend Joe was saying. And people are saying now, like, oh, it's not that good. It's like, yeah, some of the stuff had its, like, because Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and all that stuff, that was like those guys remembering serials from their youth
Yeah.
and trying to recreate that. And now we're trying to recreate boomers' recreations of serials from their youth. And it's like, this sucks.
But we're not even the problem is that we're not even recreating it, right? We're just
No.
making them again. If the
Yeah.
because like Indiana Jones and Star Wars, they took like things that were in media from before and combined them in a new interesting way.
Yeah.
And then they made a new unique property.
Yeah.
But now instead of doing that, we're just like, fucking let's march out Harrison Ford again.
I don't get that at all. I don't know how anyone could be. He looks horrible in it.
He of what I remember from the trailer, he's
Yeah.
just like does not want to be there. Just
know what's
like,
weird?
yeah, I'll take my $100 million, but whatever.
You know what's funny? The people with this. Oh, by the way, so since I made fun of this, everyone did the whole like, you hate everything. And I'm like, no. So I made a thread of like all the movies I gave positive reviews to this year, some of which were even franchise ones. But I'm just like, no, it's just a lot of these big franchise ones. Most of them, they just don't hit for me anymore. Like once in a while, there's a good one here and
Yeah.
there.
They're completely devoid of creativity because it's
Yeah.
all designed by committee.
Yeah, and I'm tired of the elderly action hero
Yeah.
when it doesn't make sense. Like I wouldn't have mind Han Solo coming back as like a pilot, but in that movie he's like running and punching people and shooting without aiming. I'm like, no, he doesn't do that. Like young Han Solo did that, not old Han Solo.
Anyway,
That's one thing I like about you ever watch Evil Dead?
I have never seen the Evil Dead movies. Oh my God, you lost audio. Is that just me?
Okay, I'm back.
No, you're on a different mic now.
Shit. Okay, hold on. I can fix this. I can fix it.
Okay, I'm back.
Ah, there we go.
Okay. So Evil Dead, they did 3 really good movies and a remake. They brought it back as a TV show, but
Yeah.
like what worked there about having an older hero is like the show was about how he sucks and he's kind of responsible for like everything going on. Like he does do badass stuff, but the whole show is like this guy really, really sucks. It's an unfortunate that he's the hero. That's the only time it ever worked. But a lot of these movies, like the new Star Wars, this Indiana Jones, Michael Keaton Batman coming back, I'm like, this is all cringe, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And everything about it.
I'm-
The new Ghostbusters, seeing Bill Murray like strapped to a pole to stand up, I'm like, this is what you guys want? This is awful.
Bill Murray's the reason why we don't have a Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah,
He was
like
the fucking
real
holdout.
one. He's the one who fucked it up.
Yeah, I hate that people like idolize Bill Murray and he's the one that fucking tanked your favorite franchise.
Yeah.
Anyway, well,
Ugh.
let's get into some issues, Tony. Tony, what's your first issue this week?
All right, my first issue is dating app
You gotta
ads.
say the thing.
Oh, sorry. Here's what I don't get. You gotta write that. I think I fuck that up every time. Dating app ads. Now, I don't know if you know this, Tab, but I'm a single man.
Yep.
I'm still looking for a lady out there. So I'm on the dating apps because after COVID, no woman wants to leave their house or go anywhere fun. Or everyone got into relationships because they were scared and they haven't gotten out of relationships yet. So I'm on the dating apps, and I'm sure you've been on a dating app before, right?
Yep.
And you occasionally get ads, right?
Sure.
You get ads for like some new stupid TV show, like as you're swiping.
Yeah.
Ads for some new stupid TV show, some store or some bullshit. But I got like some creepy ones recently that I sent you pictures of. So when you're on a dating app, right? Yeah. When you're on a dating app, like you're looking for people you want to have sex with, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So your mindset is like, I gotta like rail these chicks. Awesome. Oh, okay. I'm swiping. No, not that one. And then the fucking ad comes in and it's little kids in outfits. What the fuck?
Hey, some people like that.
They should no. That is a complete. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I'm confused as to what, because I guess you're what? You're 33?
I'm 33.
Yeah. I don't even think you're in the primo age range where you're a single parent. Like that's
No,
the
but-
only way that this ad would make sense to me.
By the way, it's an end of summer sale. Why am I getting a children's end of summer sale at the end of fall? It makes no sense. But I sent you 2 new ones. I think that was okay, Cupid. But then I got 2 other ones on freaking Tinder. What the fuck is that?
This is fucking weird.
Fab Lab Chemistry Super Twirler. I'm trying to look at chicks I want to bang and it's showing me kids. I'm like, ew, get this off my fucking screen. And then there's another one. But
For
some
Five
kid
Below
with Miles
toys.
Morales and Black Panther and Hello Kitty. What the fuck?
Okay, so the ads that I've seen in dating apps are always like condoms, natural male enhancement,
That
Like,
would make sense, right?
normal things. Yeah.
And by the way, I think my Blue Chew code still works. So, if you need help, use my code.
Ah,
So like that's the stuff I'm used to seeing, and I don't know why that like I'm just like, all right, if this is targeted, I don't have kids. I don't shop for kids. My nieces are 3 months. They're not buying it. They're not buying any of this stuff. Like I don't know why the fuck I'm getting creepy ass ads
targeted
for-
ads.
targeted at me
no-
for
no less, yeah.
children's clothes and toys on a fucking dating app where I'm trying to look for adults. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I also want to go on to pivot on the other side of this. Are the
Yeah.
ads for the apps are also obnoxious because they pretend like they work and they absolutely don't.
Oh no, they're awful. They're terrible.
Bumble recently added a feature. So the whole concept of Bumble, right, is that you like a girl, the girl likes you, and then the girl starts the conversation because guys are creepy or some fucking weird
Yeah.
shit. But now on Bumble, you can message a girl first because women are fucking terrible at using dating ads. Like
They are.
The ads are all geared towards women because they to trick men into thinking that they can use a dating app. Then they get men to sign up for premium versions where you get like extra swipes or you can see who likes you. It's the fat chicks. If
Yeah.
you didn't swipe right on them, if you had swiped right on them, you would be matching. You don't need to be like see who the secret matches are. And then the women get on there. Women statistically rate all men as either like less than half of 1% are 10s, and everyone else are fucking 2s and 3s. They think we're all like creepy homunculus people hunched over trying to rape them. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck are you on a dating app? You are a fat, ugly bitch. Nobody wants to date you. And they women get on there and they feel so entitled they can post these obnoxious bios where they're like, I got 3 kids, I got my own house, I don't need you. Like,
I will say,
well, why don't you fucking get on down the road to the adult toy store and go fuck yourself?
I will say, go back a couple episodes to my appearance. I see less single mothers these days because, as you know, I was banned from Facebook dating for being myself. But yeah, I know ads are an issue across all apps. Like I don't use Snapchat like ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to use it the other day and I remembered why I stopped using it. Cause like when you go through people's like, their posts, like every other post is an app and it's always for like tools. I don't know why I get so many goddamn tool apps on Snapchat, but then like you can't just skip past it because when you hit it, it thinks you clicked it and then it opens up to another page. And now I'm looking at fucking tools. So yeah, I hate it. But the dating app one was really creeping me out and I did not like it at all.
Yeah, you can't even flag those and be like, hey, by the way, I don't want to see fucking ads of weird kids. That's the thing, is that like
on a dating app ad, that's creepy.
I don't want to. There was this idea of targeted ads, and they've kind of moved away from it because people find that they are creepy. But I have never gotten like good targeted ads, so I've never felt like they were creepy. If I could go in and say like, here are the things that you should show me ads for, then maybe I'd start to find they were creepy. But most of the time, I get like these fucking weird ads about nothing. Like, hey, buy some farm equipment. Like, why the fuck would I be buying farm equipment?
Yeah, it used to be. I mean, it was always creepy, but it used to be like I would be Googling something. And then on Facebook, I would get an ad for that thing that I was Googling and a link to Amazon. I'm like, all right, well, that's creepy, but I was looking for that. Now it's just, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Even now on Amazon, right? It's like, when I first moved into this house in July, so late July or early August, somewhere in there, I bought a coffee table on Amazon. I like shopped around for a little bit, found one that I liked, ordered it. It was like an IKEA style thing. I assembled it all together myself. And then I started getting ads from Amazon that were like, hey, here's a deal on coffee tables. So then they had their whole Black Friday a couple weeks ago. And I'm getting notifications on my phone like, Amazon deal on this coffee table. Like, I bought a coffee table in July.
Yeah.
I do not need a second coffee table unless the coffee table you sold me is a piece of shit.
It's so annoying when you buy a thing and then they want to sell you a different version of that thing. It's like, I don't know, maybe like an accessory, like coasters. I can understand that, but why are you trying to sell me another coffee table? I already have a coffee table.
Yeah, get smarter and figure out what I'm going to buy next. Don't try and sell me what I've already bought.
Yeah.
Ads are the worst. and the ads in the dating apps, like they're just a speed bump.
Like, what should the
You don't
dating
even-
app ads be? Like you said, like
Condoms.
erectile dysfunction, whatchamacallit, other contracept, like women's contracept, like the feminine product, like stuff like that. It should never be for like a fucking TV show or kids' clothes or
Have
any
you-
clothes of any kind, really.
Did you when there was a what was it? She-Hulk. When
Yeah.
She-Hulk was on, did you see any of the ads, like they got posted around online of the show being on Tinder, and then you could
No,
like
but
match
I've
with
seen-
it and text with the text bot about the show?
I've seen like publicity stunts like that before. I haven't run into any of them. Instead, I'm getting recommended end of summer sale for kids at the end of fall. It makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense. And the TV show thing is I remember Maddox told a story on The Biggest Problem where he matched with someone.
I remember it was so cringe. He matched with the Mindy Project,
Yeah, because he
the
knew
TV show. And
he
he
knew
was
that
like, I
lady.
met her at a party once, so I thought it was her. And I was like, hi, Mindy. It's like, you fucking
You
idiot.
fucking loser.
You think Mindy Kaling is on fucking Tinder? What are you fucking talking about?
Oh God, like the chatbot things.
Mhm.
Like what? The only thing I want to see from She-Hulk is her tits, and outside of that, I don't want to see your show. I
No.
don't want to watch any more trailers. I'm tired of all the fucking YouTubers being like, "Why episode 17 of She-Hulk is the worst fucking thing that's ever been made by man."
Dude, I posted about it a while ago. People thought I was complaining because I was like, I know every single thing that happens in She-Hulk because of the people bitching about it.
Yeah,
And then people were going after me. They're like, well, you complain about stuff all the time. Like, no. I'm not really complaining about it. It's just usually like that awful Mandalorian show, which everyone pretends to like for some reason. I knew all the spoilers because fans of the show wouldn't stop talking about it.
yeah.
And that happens all the time. She-Hulk is the only show I've ever witnessed where I found out everything that was happening just through people bitching about it. Like, I know every single plot point of that show because people wouldn't stop, and it was just the people bitching, not the fans praising it.
Yeah, nobody's watching this content anymore to
Yeah.
actually enjoy it. They're watching it to like do their hot take YouTube video about how terrible it is. Like, hey,
Yeah.
dipshits, they would not make any money if you canceled your Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's like a portion of the audience is like, oh, Doomcock doesn't like this thing. I'm
Who the
definitely
fuck?
gonna
All right,
watch it.
who? Can someone tell me who the fuck Doomcock is? Because I made fun of, what was it, Indiana Jones or something? And everyone's like, Doomcock was right. Doomcock was right. I'm like, what the fuck is Doomcock? I don't know who that is.
He's a YouTuber that wears a mask. He's like an evil overlord trying to take over the world.
Oh,
That's like the half in the bag esque setup for it. But his videos have gotten so bad. I got duped into watching one the other day,
yeah.
and he just rambles for like 12 minutes because like that's the algorithm likes 12-minute long videos.
Yeah.
And he's just like blah 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 blah. This is why all these shows suck. Yada yada yada. And it's just like the same stupid shit he's been saying for the last fucking 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And it's always like Kathleen Kennedy's going to be eliminated from Star Wars any day now.
Any day now, she'll be gone. Any
She's gonna
day.
be out. They're gonna retcon the sequel trilogy. The MCU is firing Brie Larson.
They're always poor Brie Larson. She's always being fired. Tab. So I was scrolling through Tinder to see if I can get any more ads, and I got this. Have you seen this? This feels like an ad for Tinder. Sorry, it's the Secret Admirer. Have you dealt with this?
No.
It gives you 4 options. They're all blank, and you have to
Oh.
pick one. You get a Secret Admirer.
It shows you one of your matches that you.
Yeah,
haven't
and it's
seen.
almost always someone who's 1,000 miles away who's a bot.
Yeah, they're all bots. Tony.
Yes. Oh God, it's so annoying.
You got to get off the Tinder, man. Tinder
I
is
know.
for
It
hot
doesn't
people
work.
to
It
fuck
doesn't
one another.
work
None
at
of them
all.
do. You got to go outside.
I want to. They're never around outside. There you go. It's just a plug for their Instagram. It's not a real person. Doesn't tell me how far away they are. It's just a plug for their Instagram.
Just go into the park.
Well, wait.
Get some.
That's another
chloroform.
thing. the women on all these dating apps, they're just using their accounts as ads for their Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Is their Instagram monetized? Do they make money from Instagram? Like I can see from there, but I hate it. I hate
Well,
it.
they get the dopamine rush of like they post a picture in a bikini in the middle of December, and it's like, why are
I
you wearing a
don't
bikini
get
in
the
December?
dopamine of getting like I get like I understand like the more like followers and views I get on YouTube affects me financially. Yeah, whatever, Tony. His tweet got 100,000 likes. Yes. That affects me financially, which is why I care about that. But like I never check my Twitter followers, my Instagram followers. I just don't care because it makes me no money. I don't understand why people get so excited about those things.
Because they thrive on attention.
I don't know, do something to warrant attention, I guess.
Well, they got tits, Tony. That's what they're doing to get the attention, man.
I guess so. I guess so.
These, like I said, these girls, they'll post a picture of themselves in a bikini, and then the comments will just be like simp after simp, just like, "Oh my God, Fire, you're so beautiful. I love you. Please fuck me."
Has that ever worked?
I don't think so.
Has that ever worked? A guy just DMing a girl being like, "Baby, you're so beautiful, honey."
Oh, you got to like those women on Instagram. I assure you, their DMs are just crammed.
The girls
full
on
of sausage.
the girls on my show get some creepy DMs. Nothing too bad, but they've got some creepy DMs before.
And so I'm sure that and I'm sure they ignore all of it because why would you?
Yeah. I never get anything. No one ever sends me dick pics or anything. I'm feeling left out. I'm feeling
No.
left out.
I got a scammer to send me a picture of their tits and their butthole. I didn't ask the butthole. They like posted the butthole as a flex. It was fucking weird. They were trying to sell. They're like, I have this crypto investment thing that you can invest in, and so I was just like fucking with them and fucking with them and fucking with them.
Yeah.
And then they'd be getting mad after I insulted them too much, and they'd be like, "I'm not talking to you anymore." And then I wait a day or two, and I'd be like, "Okay, I'm ready to buy some crypto." They'd be like, "All right, you ready to invest in our crypto platform?" I'm like, no, fuck you. And I just kept doing that until finally the person sent me a picture of their tits or a picture of some Asian girl's tits.
You know, they always get it from there was like a spam
and I was
thing.
just like, this is incredible.
Yeah. I was messing with one of those spam bots that were clearly like a bot.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it started sending me nudes, and then I started feeling bad because I'm like, I don't think this chick knows her nudes are being used for this. This isn't
knows.
fun anymore. Like I had fun making fun of them. And then they start sending me a naked person. I'm like, nah, I don't like this. Get out of here.
I was trying to get because then they started asking me to send them pictures of my dick. So I was trying to get them to send me $5, right? And then I was going to send them this picture of a Captain Picard action figure I have. Because whenever they start talking about dick, I start talking about my bald captain. And then I just send this picture of Captain Picard.
That sounds great.
That's pretty good. Well,
But yeah, that's what I don't get.
well, that's a good one.
Dating app ads. Stop showing me children when I'm trying to look for women to plow.
It's killing his
weird.
boner.
It's killing my boner.
Here's what I don't get. Why does Tony from Hack the Movies always sound like a creepy weirdo when he talks about mint salad?
I sound like a creepy weirdo when I talk about mint salad.
I
I mean,
guess
mint
so.
salad's great. She's the best guest I've ever had on the show. She's better than all the other women on the show. If I ever died, she would be the main host. But other than that, I don't think I'm that creepy.
Yeah.
When it comes to her.
Well, that brings us to the middle of our episode, and there's a question going around right now
Okay.
because a couple weeks ago, someone called in about the news segment, and I confessed that I hate the news segment. I've always hated the news segment, and I will continue to hate the news segment. But because I believe in democracy, we posted a vote to the fans, and because we believe in democracy so much, everyone got to vote twice.
Oh, okay.
A Democrat's dream come true. And
I don't know what you're talking about. You must be confusing it with Russian collusion. Okay.
I'm not. The results were overwhelming. The fans like keeping the news segment, so that means
Oh,
this episode is brought to you in part by
This episode is brought to you in part by the Ricata News Network. Definitely not fake news.
Was that an automated voice, like a text-to-speech thing?
I think it was.
Anyway,
People sent us a bunch of those a long time ago, and I played them in a playlist randomly. I don't remember if my dad has sent me anything recently, but yeah, he has. I've got one here from Phoenix. A mother is accused of setting up a fake GoFundMe and claiming her baby girl had brain cancer to collect thousands of dollars to pay bills and buy luxury items.
oh shit.
Yeah, police say 28-year-old Monique Alexis Correa was taken into custody on October 17th. On October 5th, Phoenix Children's Hospital staff called police to report Correa and her husband. Bunch of snitches, if you ask me. The two were bringing their 1-year-old girl in for unnecessary medical procedures and claiming she had brain cancer, court paperwork says. Investigators say the staff told officers the parents had started a GoFundMe claiming their baby had brain cancer and they needed money to pay the medical bills. Correa posted videos on TikTok about the girl and her alleged medical condition. However, staff confirmed to police that the girl has never been diagnosed with brain cancer and does not have brain cancer.
Oh, good.
The staff alleged the parents raised over $13,000 on GoFundMe before it was shut down, and they also said the parents were accepting donations through Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, and Linktree. They were on October 13th. They arrived at Corey's apartment and she told them that her baby had seizures and takes medication for them, but denied their daughter had brain cancer. She then reportedly told police a friend that had started the GoFundMe. Court paperwork where it says Corey admitted that doctor has never diagnosed her child, but admitted to making TikTok videos saying her baby had cancer because, quote, she was in a bad place. She then told her husband to create the GoFundMe because they needed money for rent and gas.
Was he also in a bad place?
Probably. What I don't understand is why the fuck you would go to the hospital.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to blow the cover on your whole thing. Because they'll know if your baby has brain cancer or not. There's ways for them to find that out.
That's fucking insane to me. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to go to the one place where they can absolutely disprove whether or not I am lying. The fucking hospital.
That's so fucking stupid. Also, I never get those where like, I'm going to do this. Pretend I have brain, like the so-and-so has cancer, and then I'm going to buy all this really nice stuff. Like eventually your friends are going to be like, hey, that's a nice car, buddy. How's your baby's brain cancer going? Like I
really
gave you a lot of money. What's up with that?
Yeah,
well, at least they set
the
up a
balls it
GoFundMe.
takes.
They didn't say donate to my live stream and then I promised to give it to the person.
A baby of a beloved chatter.
A baby of a beloved chatter
brain
cancer.
You can any donation sent here to me, we will send to them eventually.
That reminds me. You forgot to do your disclaimer in the beginning that here's what I don't get is property of you and no one else can share.
That's true. Also, I forgot to mention we're using Stream Elements now. Someone suggested it. StreamElements.com/SE-1526646/tip. You can send us a tip because we're not monetized on YouTube because they hate Italians.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a bummer.
I couldn't believe it either.
I can't believe that was the excuse they gave you.
That was the excuse they gave me.
Wow, that's weird. I've never seen YouTube do that before.
Yeah, I don't. They're wildly racist. Tony, you have a cat, right?
I do, and I guess she's over there. She's sleeping.
Your cat ever do that cute thing like you're packing your suitcase to go to Monster Mania Con or on vacation? Your cat like jumps in the suitcase too, like I'm gonna come along with you on vacation.
This cat's awful. This cat sucks. This cat like just looks at me in disappointment until it's time to get fed, and then when she's fed, she no longer cares and walks away.
Okay, so but you've seen that behavior from cats.
I've had other cats that did that, just not this one.
Well, from New York City, JFK Airport, a flight to Orlando, Florida, on November 16th, as it rolled through the X-ray machine, and TSA officials could see what appeared to be bottles, wine glasses, a pair of flip-flops, and a life-size outline of a cat. It turned out the outline was a life-size thing of a cat because it was actually a cat alive and apparently unharmed, despite several hours stuffed in a suitcase and flung around on its way to a plane. a plane where, of course, you easily could have died in the hold during the flight. As we saw a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
someone killed the dog by forcing it to be in the overhead bin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the officers who saw the image would then open the case to find the cat, and they were shocked. Why would you be shocked? There's a picture of a cat. You open it.
Were they
Oh my
shocked?
God, it's still a cat.
I'd be shocked it was alive. I'd be like, oh man, I'm about to see a dead cat. I'm gonna have a bad day.
Despite dealing daily with everything from unauthorized firearms to illicit cranberry sauce, it's rare to discover a live animal in a checked bag. Luckily, the cat didn't try and run away when they opened the case, and the passenger who was traveling on Delta Airlines was paged and explained that it was not his cat.
What
It-
the? Hold on. What?
Yeah, it belonged to someone else in the household. They suggested the cat, which was on top of the luggage and even had its fur sticking out of the case between the zippers, had gotten the case unseen. The traveler thought to have missed his flight, but rebooked the following day without the cat. Meanwhile, the cat, apparently called Smells, appeared unbothered by his escapade and was returned home.
That cat had a fun adventure.
Yeah. Can you imagine that phone call, right? Like your roommate calls you. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, Tony.
Yeah, what's up,
I'm here at the airport. You know Space Cat? Yeah, you know
Oh
Space
yeah,
Cat.
yeah, I know Space Cat.
Space Cat's in my luggage here at the airport. I'm usually swing by and pick him up."
No, see, Space Cat was forced on me, so that's where I hang up and I move out.
No, Mr. Tony, no here.
No, did I say
please
that?
don't
No,
call
I'm
again.
sorry, Tap. I'm not Tony. I don't know who you are. I'm Dave. I just hang up.
Please don't call here again.
I remember because Johanna will be that. She'll be like, I'm gonna steal Space Cat. And I'm like, be my fucking guest. She was forced on me. I didn't want her.
Oh, a lot of hate. Well, I've got one last news story from merry old England. A 23-year-old was arrested in northern England Wednesday, and by Wednesday, this is like a month ago, for allegedly throwing eggs at King Charles III and Camilla, the Queen consort, and has reportedly been banned from carrying eggs in public.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The King and Queen were walking down a street in York, shaking hands with the locals when the suspect, identified as Patrick Thule, tossed eggs at them. He was immediately restrained by police after the incident.
He
a-
can't carry eggs?
Yeah, he's a self-identified climate activist and was told that as a condition of his bail, he must stay 500 meters away from the king and isn't allowed to carry eggs in public with the exception of grocery shopping. He called the rules amusing. He also claimed the crowd shouted that he should be murdered and his head should be on a spike. Those people are fucking out of their minds. A man throws an egg at a fucking rich cunt that rapes kids and fucking rules over your country
Allegedly.
as a figurehead. And
Allegedly.
you're like, that guy should be murdered? What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Remember when Arnold got an egg thrown at him?
No.
Yeah, when he was running for governor of California, he got an egg thrown at him. He took his jacket off and everything, and then afterwards, he's like, he had the best solution. He was just like, "Oh, well, now he owes me bacon because you can't have eggs without bacon." And then he's like, "Well, yes, but I love America because other countries you wouldn't be able to do that or anything, and it's a freedom."
And
I'm like,
Arnold was absolutely fucking right.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a fucking egg. Relax.
Calm the fuck down, you fucking child bloodsucker, pedophile, goblin piece of
Alleged.
shit.
Allegedly, allegedly.
Thule says, I did what I did because I don't believe in kings. I believe in the equality of all people. Because this fucking old fuck's grandparents fucked other famous grandparents. Now he's not allowed to have fucking eggs thrown at him. What have you done for the world, you old piece of shit? Fucking answer me that. The greatest thing Charles III can do is drop fucking dead.
No,
And
because then someone else is in
Preferably while
charge.
driving a car full of the rest of the fucking royal family. Just put them all in a bus and drive it right off into right in the fucking Atlantic Ocean. Seal them all up inside the channel and then bomb it. Guy Fawkes was right.
But he just wanted a different. That's the thing. People always like he's an anarchist, whatever, and I'm like, no, I think he just wanted a different religion in charge. It's not like he was like
Whatever.
this pure anarchy. Like what I think he wanted the Catholics in charge or
Should
something.
have just blown up all their shit. That's all I know. Anyway.
And of course, this is all satirical. Tab doesn't mean that. And
I
every
absolutely mean that. Come
No,
fucking
even
send
that-
the fucking British Special Forces over to my house. You fucking put me in striking distance of King Charles III, I will whip his punk ass, welfare bitch ass. I will fucking kick the shit out of him. And then I'll kick the shit out of his ugly wife and both his kids. Fuck you, Charles. Fuck you and fuck your whole fucking island nation. We don't need shit from you people. Fucking build a wall.
I love Foggy London Town and the King and Queen.
And fuck Andrew Lloyd Webber too.
Reminder, on both our Patreons, we have a Cats commentary track.
That's a great transition. This has been
The Ricketer News Network. Definitely not fake news.
Well, that takes us to Miller episode, which means, that takes care of our legal obligations this week. But you know what doesn't take care of, Tim?
Tim?
Tony. I'm so used to saying Tim.
You fucked up the intro, then you got my name. Are you those guys on Reddit that call me the wrong name on purpose to piss me off?
Maybe.
Okay.
Anyway, you can visit us at patreon.com/HWIDG and subscribestar.com/HWIDG, where there's currently no content because there's a 50 megabyte upload limit.
On Subscribestar?
Yeah.
Can you at least link to like unlisted stuff?
I don't fucking know. I got to figure that out because
Okay.
Last week's episode, one of our shorter episodes as they go, 96 megabytes at 128 kbps.
That's
I tried to get it down to the window of size that they're allowed to. It sounded like it was playing on AM radio.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
So I got to fucking figure that out. Anyway, you can also send us a tip on Stream Elements. That link is in the description below on YouTube if you're watching live on YouTube. And over on Patreon, we have 5 tiers. We have the $1 tier, which gets you early access to each week's episode, plus our monthly minisodes. We have our $2 tier, where we throw the random bits and bobs we do now and again. We have the $5 tier, here's what I do get, where we drop the hate and talk about what's great. We have the $10 tier, where you, the fan, submit a film, you vote on what film we watch, and we sit down and watch and record a feature-length commentary. There's currently voting up for December 2021's Battle Royale, which it looks like Con Air is in the lead. I think it was Con Air.
Ooh,
So maybe it wasn't Con Air. Maybe I'm making that up.
I like Con Air.
But I don't know who's going to be joining me. We'll be doing a movie commentary on that. Go vote. We also have submissions open for anything. I'm going to be doing 12 days of movies. So anything you submit, I'm going to watch to make up for all the movie commentaries we've missed so far this year. So we're going to be catching up.
Cool.
And we thank all of our patrons for having patience with us as we've gone through this long period of transition in 2022. And then finally, we have our $50 Spite Producer tier, where you get a say in the show. You can ask for a special guest or a special format change like last week's episode. You can ask for a special bit, like gabbing about Godzilla. Maybe that's a special bit that gets added in somewhere. But anyway, we thank you, all of our patrons, big and small, for supporting the show. Without you, we would not be doing this. You help make the show possible. So thank you.
Cool.
So anyway, Chris Webb is joining us on YouTube.
And he deleted PayPal.
I deleted PayPal. Womp womp. Anyway, well, let's get back to some issues. Here's what I don't get. Spotify wrap up. Nobody could ever possibly fucking care about your fucking Spotify wrap up. Not one person.
Well, here.
Do you know what my Spotify wrap up was this year, Tony?
I'm going to guess it's the same as mine and it's nothing because you don't use Spotify?
Absolutely correct. My Spotify wrap up is I don't give money to people who give money to Michelle Obama. That's what I fucking. Everybody's like, I cancel Spotify because I hate Joe Rogan. Now they're back on Spotify. I cancel Spotify because I hate Michelle Obama, and I still don't have Spotify.
Ugh.
I fucking listen to music that I downloaded myself onto my own fucking phone.
Yeah. Well, you hate Michelle Obama because she said Harvey Weinstein was a wonderful human being, right?
Among other things, she said yes.
Okay. Yeah,
You know why I really hate Michelle Obama?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I want to know.
Because she fucking took regular soda out of schools. Fucking, you kids got to get fit with your food deserts so the schools can only give you vegetables and some shit. Like, why don't you fucking stop taking away the one little bit of happiness we have in this world of regular-ass goddamn Dr. Pepper?
The thing is, it didn't even work. Everyone's still fat. Like, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
everybody is still fat.
Because the kids just go home and they drink a ton of soda there. Like, one meal without soda isn't going to cure... Like, it's the food at home that gets them. But anyway.
The Spotify wrap up is fucking cancer.
Here's me with Spotify wrap up, right? someone tagged me in their Spotify wrap up, and I saw that I was their number one podcast, and I went, cool. And then I stopped looking. I don't care about any music anyone listens to or any other podcast. I'm just like, oh, well, except for Here's What I Don't Get. But I'm just like, cool. I'm in the top 5 of this person. People listen to me. And then I move on with my life. I just don't care about it. Like, I get it. I guess it's a fun thing, but I don't see who would have fun with it.
People are like discussing it. They're so proud of themselves. Like, I listened to this one song 300 times this year. Like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I've been depressed and listened to the same song over and over again. We've all been there. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I don't care how many times you listen to a song or how many different songs you listen to.
My number one podcast, my number one artist, like.
And if I didn't have a podcast that I could be considered number one on, I wouldn't even care about the podcast section. I'd be like, all right.
It is like it. Here's this yearly reminder that you don't have a personality. Right? Like, that's what these people need. Is just like, yeah, you're devoid. So they screenshot it, they throw it up on Snapchat
Instagram is
and
where
Instagram
I've been seeing
and
it, yeah.
fucking all over. Like, look at all. I listen to these like cool indie bands because I'm cool and indie.
Yeah.
I gotta wonder how much of it is crafted. But here's the other crazy thing: people are upset about their wrap ups. Deli18, Spite producer of the show, sent me this article for the news bit this week, but not knowing that I was going to do this issue. I told him after he sent it to me. But people are complaining. They sent me this article from Mashable that parents are so upset that their Spotify Wrapped Up has been ruined because their kids' Kid Bop or whatever Disney musical sing-along songs are their number ones. And they're like, no, I'm supposed to be a cool indie. I'm supposed to be a cool indie to listen to cool indie records.
Well, what did you expect? You use Spotify to play Kids Pops for your kids.
They're like, they want people to, they want to be able to have like individual profiles. Get your kid their own fucking Spotify subscription if this is so important to you, you fucking lunatic.
Or just,
I'm a good parent. I cannot believe I'm reflecting as a good parent that loves their kids.
Wait, just let your kids listen to whatever the fuck you're listening to. Like, why?
Your kids should like the music you listen to. That's how they get introduced to cool indie music.
Honestly, you know what? I think one of the reasons I really got into like podcasts and talk radio is, as much as I hated it at the time, my dad would only listen to sports talk radio in the car.
Yeah.
And I hated it. I hated every moment of it. But I got used to men talking and yelling about things. So I ended up, when I started finding out that I could hear men yelling and talking about things for a subject I liked, I'm like, oh, now I get why my dad listens to that. Just listen to whatever. Who gives a shit?
And don't try and like, I don't know what the own is. What is the flex that you listen? You listen. Here's the thing. Like, you're still only locked into whatever corporate thing Spotify wants you to be hearing.
Yeah.
It's not like you went out and saw live music and experienced something. Like, you saw some local indie band at the record store play a couple of sets and you were like, hey, this is cool. Let me give you guys $10 and buy your CD and listen to it in the car. Or maybe never even listen to it, but just so you guys have the $10, you keep doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You're not making you're still like, you're consuming a corporate product because so many people Spotify wrap up is like, you listen to 300 million hours of Joe Rogan and Taylor Swift or whatever fucking the popular artists are of the day. I don't even know. All I fucking listen to is Cake and Crash Test Dummies. That's what my fucking Spotify wrap up would be. You listen to Cake for the millionth time. You listen to Crash Test Dummies for the 7th millionth time. Congratulations.
Mine would be so stupid. It'd be like, because I use Amazon Music. And it'd be like, all right, here's Tony's top 5 most listened things. The Blade Runner soundtrack, the Twin Peaks soundtrack, John Carpenter's Lost Themes, and then just like a bunch of other stupid bullshit.
Tab, congratulations. You listened to a bunch of, what? What? My Twitter's unbanned? Oh, shit.
Wait,
I know
one?
Let's about to fucking find out. We're going to fucking find out today.
Is it Here's What I Don't Get?
Well, it's going to be all of them.
Sorry for podcast listeners. This is a breaking news. I realize typing in "here's what I don't get" is not good. I see Uncle Buck. Here's what I don't get, but I don't see one for just. Is it Mad Cucks? I see 2 Mad Cucks. Join March 2017.
No, here's what I don't get is still permanently suspended.
What about Mad Cucks? Did that ever get suspended?
Let's find out.
There's Mad Cucks with 2 D's and Mad Cucks with 2 C's. I don't know if either of them
Those
were
are
yours.
both fake.
Ah. What the hell is he talking about then? How are you talking about Chris Webb? Fucking liar. By the way, when I typed in Mad Cucks,
Yeah.
a Dick Show description came in, and I forgot how busy of an episode this was. It says Mad Cucks cheats, FOMO ruins Burning Man, Hack the Movies talks about Mortal Kombat, Crippled Jesus comes out as gay, the way strippers cheat you, and Maddox for governor. I'm like, wow, that was a very busy episode, wasn't it?
It was a busy episode.
Ugh.
Here's the problem: is that I had that attached to a Google Voice, and I don't remember what that number was.
Ah. Not Mad Cucks is still suspended.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
That's
Fucking get my
bullshit. Who
hopes
said
up.
you were unbanned?
Chris Webb,
They're a fucking liar.
you're banned.
Ah. So anyway, what were you saying before he derailed everything for a lie?
I don't even remember. Here's my other big worry with these Spotify wrap ups, because what it really is it's you being tricked into advertising for a company. Because then people are like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
if I had Spotify, I'd be able to
Share my thing. I could share my wrap up and people will think I'm cool and tell me
Yeah.
I have good taste.
instead of it being like truly
Yeah.
you actually being interested in getting to the product. So what's
Yeah.
going to end up happening, I guarantee you, in the next couple of years, is like all the other media companies, they're seeing this shit. They're seeing all these same tweets, and they're going to be like, "Oh, you know what we need? We need Netflix wrap up. We need Amazon Music wrap up. We need Amazon wrap up." And so then your feed is going to be filled with even more shit. Like, I watched 37 million hours of The Office. Aren't I so quirky? I watched the new Amazon Lord of the Rings show 37 million times. Aren't I so cool?
No one is watching the Amazon Lord of the Rings show 37 million times. I guarantee you.
Because that used to be like a news story. It'd be like, here is this fat dumb loser that went and saw Phantom Menace in the theaters 1,047 times during its original run. And he's always there. He's like, yeah, I watched it. I just go. I like to see it. I just support my favorite movies in my movie theater, and I'm just a big Star Wars fan. He's wearing like
I'm trying to convince myself it's good. I'm trying.
wearing this stupid shirt that says Han shot first, and you're just like, what a fucking embarrassing asshole.
But yeah, no, I just don't care. Again, if you shared your Spotify wrap up and I was in your top 5 podcast, you get a pass. Everyone else, I don't care about your wrap up. I will never care about your wrap up. I don't give a shit about it.
As you shouldn't.
And I'm just not even like a caring about other people's music guy to begin with. It was like, cool, whatever. My music taste sucks, so I don't care about other people's.
Yeah, I mean, I probably listen to just as much corporate stuff as anybody else. The algorithm wants to push you into listening to the things that are popular, because if it doesn't do that, then it will die.
Yeah. No. That was a good one. That was a good one.
I'm so tired of seeing like the vapid images of uninteresting folks go out into the world and be like, oh, I need this like 5 minutes of attention and dopamine for looking cooler than you. People were talking about it at work.
Really?
It was like a conversation in public, and they're like, "Yeah, look, here's my wrap up, man. Isn't that so? I'm so fucking look at mine. I
Oh,
listen to
God.
this song, and then they're like explaining why they listen to all those songs, and I'm just
That's
like,
so stupid.
at least it was a turn from talking about politics, because holy shit, when those conversations come up, I'm just
Yep,
like, you people
or
are all
Elon
too
Musk.
Oh yeah. There was another conversation this week that was like, yeah, Mike Pence is not so bad now that he's distanced himself from Trump. It's like, you are so fucking like tricked
Well,
into thinking things.
It's so annoying when people complain about like Elon Musk to me because of mean things he said and stuff. And it's just like, for me, I'm just like, his whole publicity stunt with Bitcoin crashed the crypto market and cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. So I have more of a,
invested with this lady that was texting me.
well, yeah. Well, I was just like, oh, who's that? Is that your account is permanently suspended? That guy's a liar.
It must be incorrect.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I hate it. I hate everything.
Yeah, it's miserable, and like I said, it's like vapid and uninteresting people, and I know that I am. I sometimes I worry, right? Like I'll get in conversations and I talk about the same like 5 things all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about. Is like, oh yeah, I just keep talking about how I taking glass blowing classes, or I talk about how much I love Star Trek, or I talk about, or I talk about whiskey. But then I'm like, but I do talk about, I like rotate through all those things.
Yeah.
So in a week-long period, you hear me talk about those things like maybe once. And so sure, a certain amount of my personality is based around things that I do or things that I like, but they're kind of, you're not finding anyone who also likes only those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like people are at work sharing. They're like, oh well, yeah, this summer I just listened to this. Like I went through this bad breakup, so I listened to this song over and over and over again. And I'm like, why do you want to be reminded of that? Right?
Yeah.
You listen.
I was already reminded of my breakup last year. I listened to one musician over and over again, and then she fucking died this year. And I'm like, well, now I feel even more depressed. Like the girl I was listening to the music that I was listening to, she ended up dying after she got me through that rough patch, and now I'm even sadder.
Yeah, I listened to this song over and over and over this year because of this bad breakup, and I was just getting over it. But hey, thanks for the punch in the gut to remind me that I listened to that song too many. It took me, that song's 5 minutes long. I listened to it 300 times. It took me that long to get through fucking dealing with you. 30 hours. It took 30 hours of my life or plus.
Ugh.
Which actually, that doesn't seem so bad when you're like, huh, that's actually not that
Because
bad.
it's not like you're sitting there listening to you usually have music on while you're doing other things.
Yeah.
You're not like, oh, the song's on. You're sitting like silently. Like no one does that.
Like what was the song that they listened to in Arrested Development?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
There's a song they listen to when they're sad, and they like at one point he pays like oh no, I'm thinking of My Name Is Earl.
Oh, okay.
Randy listens to this song when he breaks up, and there's an episode where he like pays a mariachi band to be playing it along behind him. He's just like listening to the tape over and over and over.
I was gonna say in Arrested Development when they're sad, they play the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown
theme. Yeah, they do the Peanuts walk.
And I love the one episode like the camera pans, there's a white dog on top of a doghouse. I'm like, that's fucking great.
I just hate because that's an ad. It's an ad, and I hate that people get tricked into being the advertising. When you bitch about She-Hulk to the point where Tony and I know everything that happened in the show despite not watching the show, you've become an advertisement. You've been tricked into being an advertisement. When you share your Spotify wrap-up and people like it only because they want you to like theirs so that they feel validated in sharing this worthless information, you're being tricked into being an ad.
Yep.
When you wear a T-shirt that says Nike in giant letters and it's otherwise just a plain T-shirt, you're being tricked into being an ad.
I'm tricked into promoting this wrestler right now, and he's an asshole.
I made this move a couple of years ago to non-printed clothing, and I gotta say it's kind of great. Like I don't wear graphic T-shirts.
A little disappointed you don't have any Hack the Movie shirts, but keep going, keep talking.
Well, yeah, that's definitely true. If I did, they would probably be in the Mad Cooks box. No, like I stopped being a brand thing. If you can't look at me and go like, that guy likes Marvel, that guy likes Star Wars, that guy likes Star Trek.
Yeah.
You look at me and it's like, that guy looks like he's a professional with a job.
You know what's funny? If I didn't have the show and I didn't want to wear these shirts on the channel, I probably would have less branded stuff.
Yeah.
Like I probably would. But I mean, for me, I'm like the show. I'm like, it'd be fun to have like a fun shirt relates to what we're talking about.
You should have a shirt. You should get a shirt made that says "I hate everybody," with the Velcro patch you can slap over the everybody.
Oh, no.
Hackthemovies.teespring.biz. Get the new "I hate everybody" shirt just in time
Fuck
for
Teespring.
Christmas.
They took down the Tony Peaks thing. And they never put it back up. My Laura Palmer parody, the Twin Peaks one, they never gave a reason for taking it down, and they never put it back up.
Probably because it was unsettling.
No, it was great. What are you talking
Nah,
about?
it was
So many
unse- it
people,
was
a bunch of
unsettling.
people bought that, and like I was like, cool. And then they were like, no, they never like brought it.
Some
Did
guy in the
Kirstie
factory
Al-
had to print that shirt, and he was like, "Holy shit!"
Sorry. Tab. I looked at Twitter and I saw a picture of Savick from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and I've just found out that Kirstie Alley is dead.
Oh my god!
This is breaking news. Kirstie Alley has died at 71.
Man.
Cancer. The best Savick. I mean, there's only two, but I think she
Robin
was the
Curtis
best.
is a way better Savick.
Huh?
Robin Curtis is a way better
The
Savick.
girl from 3?
3 and 4.
I didn't like her.
She's in twice as many Star Trek movies. Probably half the screen time, but twice. as many movies.
Kirstie Alley was better. That's a bummer. Anyway.
That is a bummer. She was. So I tried to watch Cheers last year,
Yeah.
and I had to just stop. I got midway through season 2 because Diane is an insufferable cunt.
Is that Kirstie Alley's character?
No, that's not Kirstie Alley's character. Kirstie Alley replaces her, and I remember watching Cheers as a kid, and they were mostly Kirstie Alley episodes.
Right.
And I remember liking the show and liking Kirstie Alley, and then I watched Star Trek 2, and I'm like, hey, it's the girl from Cheers. I couldn't even make it that far because fucking Diane is just intolerable. Every fucking episode, she's like, someone's like, yeah, I'm feeling depressed and want to kill myself, and she's like, how can I make this situation about me? She's the
Ugh.
apex woman in television. Anyway, well, this has been Here's What I Don't Get. I'm Tab Burt,
And I'm Tony from Hack the Movies.
and we'll catch you guys next week. Are you gonna say like another sign off?
Oh no, I was getting ready for the music
Okay.
to dance to the music. I like dancing to the music.
Here we go. If you want to call into Here's What I Get Hotline, call us at 704-750-9434 and tell us what you don't get. We've got a couple of voicemails here
Ooh.
from the voicemail. We also have some voicemails on Discord. You can leave us a voicemail on Discord under the voicemail upload channel. So here's one from the voicemail channel.
So I've encountered this new phenomenon of, and I just confirmed it now, that I'm living in a more rural area, taking country roads where it's one lane each way. What I don't get is people who slow down to the speed limit when it's a double yellow, but then when it gets to like the hashes for you to pass, they speed
They
up an
fucking
extra
speed
5
back
miles
up.
an hour. I don't fucking get it. What kind of psychotic shit and like control do you need to have to prevent people from like going around you? It's fucking psychotic. But then also too, I'm psychotic by doing 80 on a 55 passing these cunts. So, oh hey, here's another one.
I cannot fucking stand that. Colorado. I went to Colorado a couple of years ago, and Colorado is like a state full of people with fucking nowhere to be. I was passing. So normally, if I'm driving a rural highway and I get fed up with someone, I pass them. Even if it's a long line, I'll pass one guy and get over. Then I'll pass the next guy and get over. But these people just clump on along, and so I was passing 4 and 5 cars, just fucking blazing by them. Because there'd be like one guy would pull out into the highway towing like a 5th wheel travel trailer going 10 miles under the speed limit. Everyone else would just be like, yep, I got nowhere to be today. I'm just going to cruise on along. Beautiful
Oh, my
day. La, la,
God.
la, la, la. And fucking people do this. My mom lives in a small town outside of Tulsa, and people do this there all the time. On that drive out there, it'll be it's a 2-lane highway. They'll be driving slow, and here comes the passing lane. I get over to pass them and riding their ass for like the last 5 miles.
Mm.
I get over to pass them, start passing them, and they're like, "Whoa, what are you doing, buddy? Can you not fucking figure out the fact that I was 5 feet off your back bumper? That maybe I want to be going a little bit faster than you're fucking going."
Yeah. So stupid.
Drives me nuts. Tony, Mr. Kill Everything, it says, when are you going to have Tab do an awesome Alex Jones bit in one of your crappy movies again? That's a good question.
We should bring him back. I got to figure out a way to bring that whole character back. That's my favorite thing to tell people. I'm like, hey, I remade. Well, I re-edited George A. Romero's. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, I co-directed with George A. Romero. And I'm like, yeah, I got rid of all the new segments and I have an Alex Jones stand-in instead.
Tim and I had such a great time filming
Yeah.
that. We were just down in my basement and just like, we kind of wrote it as we went along.
Yeah.
and I started out with my hair like all like
I
really
know.
slicked down. And by the end, it was all just like sticking out. And
And it was funny because I didn't plan for those to go on as long, but they was just like, nah, this is the movie. This is the movie. Colorado is the worst fucking drivers. I see people hitting pipes on the highway.
no, St. Louis. St. Louis is fucking Wild West.
Louisiana. Outside of New Orleans. I was there. I spent a lot of time in New Orleans one summer. And we saw no less than 10 accidents anytime we left the city to go film somewhere. At one point, the side of a bridge was on fire because like a truck hit it and exploded. They have drive-through daiquiris there. Have I ever mentioned drive-through daiquiris?
No.
You know what a daiquiri is, right?
Yeah.
Like an alcoholic drink. So apparently, if you leave the paper on the straw, it counts as a closed bottle. So of course, nobody is following that rule. And I kept seeing so many accidents. I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure those two things aren't related at all.
Man, that's funny.
Yeah.
Here's one from Jay in the Discord. Thanksgiving Miracle.
Ooh.
Jay, and I know it's a little late for it, but here's what I do get. Sometimes, after months of a self-important unhinged leech ruining a hobby by their mere presence and fucking up a friend's business, after explaining to said friend that he needs to cut ties, tolerance, and inclusion be damned, and getting nothing but spinelessness and hemming and hawing in response, after wishing that said leech would have an inland boating accident, sometimes, if you hate properly, good things happen. There was an incoherent meltdown and a rage quit of not only Discord and Twitter, but the entire state. It's a Thanksgiving fucking miracle, and I loved it. That was it. Stay positive, I guess.
Not anymore, man. It's December.
Yeah.
Angry again.
Yeah.
The worst time of the year.
Where were you a few weeks ago?
Here's another one. Australia 1 from Harry Zoe in the Discord.
Okay.
Good morning, Harrison from Australia here. Here's what I don't get. People who don't understand basic intersection courtesy. If I pull up to the intersection and there's enough room for a car to turn left and a car to turn right, how do you fucking people who park in the fucking middle of the goddamn road so I can't fucking turn left? What the fuck is wrong with you? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you ever deal with people who don't know how roundabouts work?
I followed a guy into a roundabout once. We didn't have very many in Tulsa.
Yeah.
We had one downtown, and the dude just like fucking went straight over the top.
Oh,
It was-
yeah, I've
it was
seen that before.
impressive.
No, when my where my dad lives, the one year they got rid of this awful intersection and put a roundabout, and I was like, great. This place needed it. But all the goddamn boomers didn't understand how they work. So I would get these old people in the roundabout stop to let me into the roundabout. And I'm like, no,
Roundabout traffic doesn't stop.
no, keep going. Like, just keep going. You fucking idiots, you're ruining it.
What I love is like taking roundabouts twice.
Yeah.
Because there'll be that guy that was like behind you when you got in. And
Yeah.
So you go around and then you pass him again. And he's like, what the fuck?
Ugh.
And then here's our last one from the voicemail hotline. Then we've got another one from Harry Zoe.
Okay.
Here's what I don't get. Pepsi Cola's shitty fucking cans. So last week, I had a full 24-pack and a half 24-pack of cherry Pepsi in one of the upper cabinets. And I noticed there was liquid leaking from the bottom of the 12-pack, a 24-pack, excuse me. So I pull it out, and out of those 36 cans, 6 of them are leaking. Unopened cans, just pissing all over the place from the side of the can. So I take it all out, I clean it all up, and I take the cans that weren't leaking and I put them back up there. So today, I open the cabinet, reload the fridge. 4 more cans have sprung leaks from the same group of fucking cans. How the fuck does this get out to the public? I don't fucking understand. And you know what the worst part is? I don't even like Pepsi. I just live with idiots.
I've never experienced that.
That's fucking weird because there's like a plastic lining on the inside of your can.
Yeah.
I saw this cool video where they like took a can of soda and they dipped it into acid.
Yeah.
That would eat away the metal, or it was something that ate away the metal but wouldn't do the plastic, and then they like pull it out. So it still had the top to crack, but then it had this like little bladder at the bottom.
Yeah.
So they must have severely fucked up because the acids. I think it's because the acids in the soda will also eat through the can eventually.
Okay.
They must have severely fucked up to make that happen.
Jesus.
That's embarrassing. They should be having a recall.
I don't know if I complain about it. I feel like that's something that doesn't happen a lot. It's just unfortunate.
It happened to this guy like 2 times in 1 week. He's got to wipe out that whole fucking cabinet. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah, but it was the same batch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not even his cans. They're other people's cans in the house.
Yeah, no, they should be cleaning it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're your fucking cans. When my mom was over, she bought Diet Coke. I don't really care for Diet Coke. People say that Diet Coke and Coke Zero are the same. They're not. But then also bought like a 12-pack of root beer for my sister. So when they left both. Like it was like a 24-pack of Diet Coke and a 12-pack of root beer. There's probably 14 Diet Cokes left. There's probably 6 or 8 root beers left. And I'm like, I'm not going to fucking drink these shitty root beers. I'm not going to, because they were like store brand root beers. I'm not going to drink this Diet Coke. So I just like fucking packed them all up in a box and put them on a shelf. When they come to town again, I'll throw them back in the fridge. If they don't spring leaks in the next however long it takes them to come back out here. Just here's a burden. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coke Zero tastes like normal Coke. That's why it's great.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Harry Zoe's Australia too.
Hey guys, Harrison from Australia again. I have a confession to make. I pulled a Sage today. My wife and I wanted some chicken treat, which is kind of like KFC but roasted chicken. So I called them 15 minutes before they closed. I asked, "Are you guys still open?" They said yes. I got there 5 minutes before they closed. They took my order. They were really friendly, and when I saw the lady in the window, I said, "I'm sorry for being a scumbag. You're changing lives, Sage. Thank you."
What the fuck? What?
So actually, I have the exact episodes now because Truckin' and Tuckin', he texted me, so that I could have the lore.
Okay.
I should just have him write all this shit down because he's listening to old episodes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find if it was in our group, Tim and I's group text with him, or if it was individual to me. It's probably in the group text because everything goes in the group text. You got any group text, Tony?
One with my family, like immediate family, and that's it.
Yeah, I've got a handful of them.
Yeah, no, I hate group texts. I try to get out of them as fast as I can.
So, episode 60, 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 19 seconds into the show, Sage leaves his infamous restaurant voicemail where he talks about going into a restaurant 30 minutes before they close and being pissed off at the workers. Episode 61, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 20 seconds, Sage Cuck is the first played voicemail in the Sage Beef Saga and has a second one played tagged along with Mr. Kill Everything at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 58 seconds. And then at 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 17 seconds, Sage takes a more moderate stance on his previous voicemail and tries to shift the blame of the employers of restaurants. So basically, Sage was like, I should be able to go to a restaurant anytime. And everyone was like, no, it really annoys us when customers come in.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
And then it's been this ongoing beef for 200 plus episodes. Episode 299, we had them Mr. Kill Everything and Sage call in and they argue with one another. It was great.
Oh my god!
People want to fight Sage.
Oh, that is kind of an asshole thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, that's it for this week's episode of Here's What I Don't Get. Until next time. If you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned because here in a few minutes, I think Justin Silverman is going to join us. We're doing a Gabbing About Godzilla about Shin Godzilla, and Tony's not invited.
Oh, cool, fun, awesome. Shin Godzilla's fine.
Oh, terrible! It's terrible. It's the longest movie I've ever seen.
It's fine. The problem is Justin likes it because the guy who did it made a fucking weird pervert cartoon. And fans of that cartoon immediately think Shin Godzilla is the best thing ever made because a guy made a cartoon. I'm sure he'll come up with other bullshit reasons.
Well,
but it's because he likes stupid cartoon.
He might bail on us. So we'll see. It's on another link. I'll post it again in the Discord.
Okay.
I don't have it saved here, and I'm not sure if maybe I can. Hold on, give me a second. StreamYard.com. Can I log into another studio while I'm in this studio? That's really the question. I'm gonna ruin everything. Oh shit. Am I in both studios? Oh my god, I can be on. Oh, Tim's already here. Hey Tim, can you hear me? Holy shit, I'm cross streaming into 2 YouTube channels. I'm on 2 YouTube stations.
Oh, you're still calling it.
What the hell is happening?
You're still calling it a station.
What? It's hilarious. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to make this seamless. Check this shit out. Hold on.
Okay.
View on YouTube. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take it over here. All right. Join us in the link down below. It's in the comment section. I'm going to go live over there. I probably have to end this one and then I can go live. So it's
yes,
gonna be like,
yes. I'm going to go
YouTube
do
station
something
break.
else.
Anyway. All right. Thanks,
All right.
Tony. See you later.
See you later. Bye.